Yo, so y'all, it's Faith Alexis, and I'm back again with another video for y'all. So, today I'm just gonna be basically finishing my talk off from yesterday, even though there's gonna be another talk like this. Why? Because I'm watching 13th. This talk right here is based off of 13th, because I actually took a few notes with it. I have to go back and rewatch some things so I can take notes. I kind of just wanted to enjoy it after I took a few notes. But first, I'm gonna talk about my hair for a second, just a quick second. Yeah, this joint is difficult. I just sprayed it with my water and aloe vera juice. And those spray bottles I got on Amazon still haven't come in. And it yesterday was supposed to the 24th. I don't remember when this was recorded, but it was a while ago. So it's not something wrong with my Amazon. It's something wrong with the product. Why? I'm looking at my computer. I get to get a refund tomorrow. It says on the way, but it's late. Let's see. I'm about to wait. It doesn't say. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm gonna come back. So the day I'm recording this is my little sister's birthday, and I thought I forgot to put a description and say like if it's for kids or not on my YouTube thing. And I was about to be so sick because I put, even though it wasn't intentional because I didn't realize her birthday was on a Thursday, but I put this video out close to her birthday on purpose. And I was about to be sick if I didn't put a description in it. But I'm gonna just talk about my hair for a quick second. My hair is low porosity. Fine strands, but it's coarse. I don't want to say fine strands. They're like medium. I don't know the exact term. Medium, whatever. And cause these is pretty strong, but they're not the strongest. And alright, boom. Alright, medium, but I have coarse hair. I look too. My hair feels so thin when it's wet, but when it's not wet, it just be like, whoa. And what I'm about to do first is I'm about to try and break this side part. So you have a little extra water on there. I forgot to use this in my last video. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna use this for this side. Ooh. Even though that was kind of dumb because I had this in front of me the entire time. So it's all on the cap. So a little goes a long way with this. I'm just trying to get rid of it. That's why I'm using it. Okay, I said a little goes a long way and I used a whole bunch. But this one little tiny section. I'm trying to now put up these parts of my hair. Since they're long enough to braid now, they're not gonna look the best at all. I used to do these braids where I would have braids going down, and I would have some others going into a little tiny ponytail. Yeah, I might start doing those again. They weren't exactly presentable, but they were presentable for school. Because I don't need my hair out during the school year until it's my desired length. Which first, I'm going to get it back to the length that it was before cut. And then I'm going to get it, the sides, on my sides, to be a little bit past my ear. And then, after that, my desired length is at least be right here. Not for a flat iron, though. That's just put away. I don't really care. It's going to be under a scarf regardless. My edges over here look nice, though. I don't got no edges right here, though. But, into my topic, I forgot about the pink. Right here. I'll put that on right there. My desired topic, we're talking about 13th, but I'm going to come back with a more in detail video, and this probably just going to be a sit down instead of a reflecting show because my sit downs I would prefer to be longer. The only sit down I've done is my zodiac sign videos, which it will be at my desk if I talk about 13th because I feel like it's very important to talk about. It came out in 2016. I actually recently just told my dad what I've watched about it. But there's more that I've watched, I just don't remember because I kind of got distracted, so I need to sit down and watch it, take notes. so I can talk about it in a video. Because I feel like it's important to the times that we are in now that everyone seems to be forgetting we are in. Again, I'm heavy-handed with my products. You know, I said a little goes a long way. I still want a lot in my hair. And make sure to get your roots, y'all. But 13th, I took a few notes on the beginning, and I'm almost at the end, so I need to go back and take notes. But honestly, it's just sad on what blacks in America since brought over here, and what blacks in general. When I say blacks, I'm including all, I mean Africans, I mean Jamaicans, Haitians, Black Americans, all over, Black Europeans, all that. So categorizing all of us into one, I feel bad for what everyone has gone through as a black person. Imagine some black people haven't experienced racism. Some black people haven't experienced colorism. But we're all still one as a whole. Even though some of us all of us act different, and all of us were raised different, and all of us are different. It's just like as a whole, we are treated like poop. And it's just, y'all see how my curls look? I'm about to put this cream on top of this pink, because I want to see how it works. If it don't work, I'm gonna be mad. So, that much. I don't want to be too heavy-handed with this. But, honestly, it's just like, I don't get it. Like, this is just talking off on opinions and not facts off of 13. Because, again, I'm going to have a more detailed video on that. It actually doesn't look that bad. I just need it to dry. But, honestly, I feel bad for what blacks have gone through in America. And I still am with my whole point on we cannot, well, we can, but we need to work better as a black community, and we need to push Black Lives Matter into our own community. And it's just like, because I should have put the thread in the last video. If I upload it and I forget, it will be in this video for sure. Which I'm probably just gonna edit that one after. I want to put it all over the place. And it's just like the black woman, not me specifically, but black women, like just in general, don't get the respect that we deserve. And it's sad. I've talked to my friend about this. Well, associate, I haven't talked to her since my old school days, for real. But it's like, we deserve so much more respect, and we don't get it, at least from America. And we need to just change as a whole. We're talking about 13th. From what I've watched so far, it is just sad. So that was, the first part was so repetitive. I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut parts of that because I just kept repeating myself. But the 13th, let me put my notes up. So 13th is named after the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery, unless, don't forget this, unless you were a criminal. And I'm gonna come back to that in a second. But let's talk about this. United States. I don't know, numbers obviously have changed because this came out in 2016. So numbers obviously are gonna change since then. But United States, regardless. Wait. Alright. The United States, regardless, has the highest number of incarceration rates ever. And they've gone up and gone up every single year. Now, I'm gonna look back to this video so I can say it in my 13th video if rates have gone down since 2016, but I wouldn't really expect them to. Maybe in certain places, but I wouldn't expect them to be honest. Oh, my arms hurt. I do not miss braiding my hair all that often. I'm about to keep these in. I know long, but I like touching my hair, but I'm sick of it, so I'm about to just keep it in braids. But back to the accept criminals. I quoted this from the screen, and it said, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude except as a punishment for crime. And after the Civil War, African Americans were arrested for the littlest things. They were arrested en masse, and it was the first prison boom. As you guys heard the hi, my sister came in. Like she said, I need to put a freaking door on my, freaking sign on my door. I'm sick and tired of her. So sick and tired of her. But back on point. I already said that. And they were arrested for small things like loitering, and they had to rebuild the South's economy after the Civil War. If you don't know, I don't want to spit false information, but I will do more research into this. But because actually I learned about this, but I don't remember. It was 8th grade. I'm a 10th grader now. So, wait. Basically, the Civil War was between the Union and the Confederates. There we go. Confederate, as we know, the Confederate flag is down south. The Confederates liked slavery, even though there was still slavery in the Union. They still wanted to abolish it in the South, which just made no sense, because how come we couldn't abolish it everywhere? Even though, okay, but then they started to free, like, people were starting to get freed in the Union, and it was just like an entire thing. Of course, it was a war, but they ended up tearing down the South's economy, and the South had to end up rebuilding their economy. As we know now, their economy is rebuilt. So they had to end up rebuilding their economy, and what they would do is, one, there was, I don't understand, first of all, let's talk about the Emancipation Proclamation came out, and it set slaves free in the South. And I remember my history teacher at my old school always be like, remember, in the South, not everywhere. And somehow, what they could do was, if someone they seen ran away to the South, but sometimes they could just point out random people. They would be like, hey, you, I don't remember if this was before or after the proclamation, but they would point out somebody and be like, that person ran away, and they're like a criminal, or they are my slave. I guess it's before the Emancipation Proclamation, but again, but it could have been after. I really can't remember. Again, I'm going to do research into it, so I don't give you guys false information. So I'm saying don't quote me until my hopefully next video. And it's just like, I don't understand. Especially if it was after the proclamation. It's just like, that don't make no sense. Because, first of all, if it's after, yes, slaves free, right? Right. And then, actually, Jasmine! Come here! I got a question from 8th grade history. So, you remember when we were talking about the Emancipation Proclamation? And they would be like, I don't remember if this was before or after, and they was like, okay, if there was someone that ran away to the Union or whatever, and they would be like, okay, that person ran away, if they're a criminal, they could just take them back to the South and hold them as slaves. Was that before or after the Emancipation Proclamation?
Oh, it's after. And everyone was free.
Well,
no, lie. I'm pretty sure it was before, because the Emancipation Proclamation freed the slaves in the South, not in the North.
I know.
So, I think it was before, actually. Because they wouldn't be considered slaves anymore.
Couldn't they do that when they were criminals, though?
Well,
and they were like runaways, and they would just put them in the prison system?
If they were criminals, then they
Quote,
were slaves
unquote.
again.
I know. That's what the 13th is about. I was just wondering.
Oh, you're doing the 13th Amendment.
Yeah. But it's a documentary.
Yeah, sneeze.
I think you should watch it. So, yeah, I heard. So y'all heard that. It was before. Next time I'm gonna just use this on non-moisturized hair, and I'm gonna see how it works by itself, like just aloe vera juice in this. But yeah, so before, and they would just like be like, okay, that person ran away, even though sometimes that person could have been in the union the entire time. And so it's just like the system was never built for us, and it's just bothersome how that worked. Very bothersome how that worked. Woo. I'll be back. I'm rebraiding one in the back, but I just don't get. Like, I understand during slavery that the system wasn't built for us. Now, was it wrong? Don't get me wrong, and I'm not condoning slavery at all. Never will. Never. But I'm saying is, of course, during slavery, the system wasn't going to be built for us. But they could have made some improvements after. And I just learned this in one of my. The reason I'm watching the 13th is one of my favorite YouTubers, African Beauty, and she said that she watched it and she's been holding off watching it because it came out in 2016 and she's grown and she's 25 I think, and she's been holding off watching it and she finally watched it and it opened her eyes to a lot of things. And her mom was like, technically we're still considered three-fisted people, and her name's EC. Her and her mom's going back and forth about it, but in the Constitution, it still says that we are considered 3/4 of people. And what she said was that, wrong thing. In the Constitution, we still are, it says 3/5 of people, but we're not considered that anymore. But the reason they haven't changed it is because she said, I'm not quoting her, but I'm trying to remember exactly what she says, but is that they don't change it because the Constitution is like our Bible. It's like the Bible to them. And if they change it, then America will go crazy. Not all of America, but America would go crazy. And I think that's just crazy. Like, just change it. Like, uproar, okay, more protests. That's just what has to be done. Like, I don't get that. Like, we could have just changed it. And that's just my I understand it's hard to change. Like, of course, the amendments and the bills and the Constitution are all hard to change. But it's not that hard to change 3/5 to one whole. Or just to get rid of that, sentence or two? Maybe a paragraph? It's really not. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like they should just change it. But I don't feel like it ever will be changed, to be honest. But we're not considered 3/5 no more, as we all know. But, honestly, I have a little bit more of my notes that I'm going to talk about them in this video. Because this video is at 22 minutes, y'all aren't going to see parts of it because my big sister came in. But, basically, they have to rebuild the South economy, and they painted this picture of black people to be rapists and to be criminals, and that's what has been painted for us, and it's just like, that's why only people see about black crime. Like, I'm not gonna say only, that's why people see majority of black crimes on the news, because that's what they painted us to be, and they think that our crime is worse than others. And so it's just like, I don't get y'all point here. And I also forgot to talk about how they think that black people, especially black women, don't feel as much pain as anybody else. It wasn't statistics, but I seen something talking about the statistics and stuff like that, and there was a video of her saying that they don't think black people feel as much pain as anybody else. And it's a problem. Like, can we get that out of people's head? We are human. We all bleed the same blood. I'm human. I don't want to be treated like if like I was in the hospital and I needed anesthesia, I don't want to be treated with less of that because y'all think I don't feel as much pain, and that's for any black person out, and that is just, it's a problem. America is a huge problem, but you know, we all know this. But there was a movie, The Birth of a Nation, and it was one of the first major blockbuster films, and it was basically like a lot of white people's story after the Civil War. And there was a point with this black, quote-unquote black person, they were in blackface, and they were ready to rape somebody. They were ready to rape this girl, and she jumped off a cliff. Now, I'm not condoning rape at all, but it was the fact that she'd rather kill herself than even get touched, because she wasn't touched yet at all, than even get touched by a black man at all. Ooh. I'm looking rough, y'all. But at least these braids look nice. They don't look nice, but the form of them, pretty nice. I gotta redo a few over here. But it's just like, I never will get it. Never. It's just like, the system was never built for us, like I keep saying. And it's like, I personally just feel like we, as a whole, I mean Americans, need to change. We could do so much better. But do we choose not we as in everybody, but not a lot. Some white people, Donald Trump, choose not to. And it's like, I'm done. I'm so done with America. And when I say I'm so done, I don't want to put this on because I just wipe my hands all over that. I'll be back. I am very done with America. And again, I'm going to come back with a more detailed video. And this is me just spitting my opinion, me just saying what I had to say, me spitting a little bit of notes out. I, Faith Alexis, am done with America. I would like to move to Punta Cana. If you don't know, that's the DR. And I'm sick of being here. Not even move, because that's a lot of poverty. It's honestly a blessing and a curse to live in America. I'm ready to be going. I actually look good and do, like, I could just wear this out, to be honest. But, well, it's a blessing and a curse to live in America. And that's really all I had to say. I just have to get some things off my chest. Some of this is going to be repetitive, but if you made it to the end of this video, like, share, subscribe, and enjoy. And I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have an amazing day, and peace out.